Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Try-F Podcast, where we try not to F the podcast up. Well, today we've had a bit of a chaotic night. I apologize. It's mostly my fault. I set a new goal to reschedule the time for the podcast, and I was still late. That is my bad. But anyway, Trevor and Cody could not be here tonight, so you're going to be stuck with my pretentious butt for the evening. Congratulations. And tonight we have three specific subjects. Number one, I was able to catch some interesting lights over the week. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the situation, basically for the last 3 years, and I've complained about them multiple times on the podcast, there have been these strange orbs, I guess you could call them, hovering over my house. And I have, as of yet, been able to catch them, which I guess has made my testimony very suspect. However, this week I was actually able to catch the trashy things, and so I wanted to actually show them to Cody and Trevor and, actually get their thoughts on them. Like, what are these lights? What could they possibly be? Then it turned out they couldn't make it, and I spent all this time building a video to show them, a collage, and I decided that no matter what happens, I wasn't going to do all that work for nothing. So I'm going to put the video out on the internet tonight and see what you all think. And since part of this is going on a podcast, I guess I will be narrating what I'm showing on the camera. So, with all of that being said, we're going to begin with these mysterious lights I recorded in the sky. Thankfully, I talked during some of it, so I don't have to react to everything in real time since nobody's here. Okay, so I never do this, but for the first time in 3 years, I've actually been able to catch these lights that have been going off in the northwest. So I'm going to show you the skyline there. Now, normally I'm not able to catch these things because it's too dark. I hope you're able to see that. I don't know if you could. But, yeah. Normally I'm not able to catch these things. But the moon is bright, and there is a faint overcast of like kind of a vaporous clouds. So you can still see the brightest stars, and therefore you can see these things when they fade in and out. I have been trying off and on to get these things, and if I actually get this stuff created in post on time, then you're going to see basically lights fading in and out of the sky and all that good stuff. I'm mainly making this video to prove that, you know, I'm out here and that I actually recorded it, and this isn't something I found from somebody else or whatever. But yeah, these things have been out here for a while. I'm not sure what they are. I kind of think they're drones, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the point is, I finally was able to get them. The UFOs or UAPs or whatever. So hopefully I really hope you guys got that shot of the thing coming in while I was talking. I don't know, because it was the screen camera, so I don't know what it actually caught. But anyway, we'll see. I just wanted to come out here. My goal now is to just basically smoke my cigar and wait until airplanes and stuff. Oh, there's another one. Let's see if I can catch it. I don't know if you can get it. Let me try to flip the... There she is. Yeah, that's the beauty. That is what I have been seeing off and on for the last 3 years. That's really awesome that I actually got that while I was talking. Neat. That makes me a very happy camper. There is a fainter light there in the distance. That's the star. You can kind of use that as a point of reference. Basically, these things look like stars, and they can't possibly be airplanes or anything like that because they move not all the time, but generally speaking, they move at a 45-degree angle up into the air, and then they fade in and out. And they do this constantly. So now I'm going to stay out here and finish my cigar and try to find airplanes as they go through the sky, because I want to basically use planes and stuff as a point of comparison, so you can compare the lights out here versus what an airplane looks like on the same horizon. So I'm going to stay out here and keep smoking my cigar, and hopefully a plane will come by and we can use that as a point of reference. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I am extremely excited. Guys, I have been trying to catch these things for forever, and the conditions have never been right to actually get them. But it looks like we got them tonight, so... Oh, there's another one. There she is. Let's see if she'll fade out. Is she gonna do it? Yes, she did. And she is gone. That's awesome. Oh, my... No, that one was too quick. Fast. A lot of the videos you're going to catch, if I actually make a compilation, some of the clips are only going to be about 5 to 10 seconds long, because that's how long they're in the sky. About 5 to 10 seconds. They come in, come up at a 45 into the sky, and then they fade out, and it can be anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 seconds, which sounds like a lot of time. But when you're trying to get your camera phone on and catch them before they fade out, that can be kind of a bugger. And then if the conditions in the night aren't right, that makes it even harder. So I just wanted to make this video and gloat a little bit. This is 3 years of trying to catch these things. Finally got them. I'm extremely happy. So, all right, guys. This will be going on the podcast Saturday, unless Uncle Sam gets me. Ha, 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 ha. Dark humor. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Oh, my goodness. There's another one. Maybe. I can see it with my eye. It's extremely faint. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. I got a glimpse of it. No, that's the star. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I've already got like 1 of these things already. There were 2, so I was hoping to catch that one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, guys. Thank you so much. This will be going on the podcast, unless Uncle Sam gets me. Ha, ha, ha. Another one. Are you going to do it? Are you going to show up for me? There we go. Beautiful. Well, kind of. Anyway, well, either show up or don't, buddy. I think the overcast is finally getting too thick. Yeah, because that star is getting harder to see. Alright, anyway. Doesn't matter. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And, oh, there's a plane. Shot. Where are you at? There we go. So there's a plane for a point of reference. That's what a plane usually looks like out here. I'll keep... I don't think it's going to fly in exactly the right spot to show you the angle, but that's what a plane typically looks like out in the sky. So you can clearly see these are not airplanes at all. So... you can even see the chemtrail that's not a chemtrail up there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Probably can't, but I can see. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the camera. But yeah, that thing's shooting a chemtrail. Yay. Oh, no. I have turned into a conspiracy theorist. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Anyway, so I'm super happy. I'll see if I can catch more. And then I'll try to, again, catch... there it is. There's the airplane shooting across the sky. They obviously blink and look much different. So, yeah. Personal opinion, I think they're drones, but whatever they are. Basically, from approximately May to October, they're out here. Of course, that could be just because I'm out here as long as it's warm, you know, smoking cigars and stuff, and then when it gets too cold, I go inside. But anyway, yeah, so this is what I've been seeing on my evening walks during the spring, summer, and early fall for the last 3 years. It's been driving me up the wall. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll post this Saturday and see what you all think. So, let me flip. Talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this interesting. Bye. Okay, so I let that video play earlier with me talking, and the point of that video was to basically, check. I wanted to compare the camera to the. I wanted to compare the camera to the like the camera on the screen, the cell phone screen, to the actual main camera on the phone, and show how dark it is on one and dark it is on the other. And the main point of playing that whole thing through is really to kind of just communicate how blasted hard it's been to catch these things. And even in some of these videos, you can still barely see them, but they are there. So, yeah, I'm basically putting these videos out here, trying to see what anybody's thoughts are, see if they know what they are, if they have any opinions about what the lights might be. So anyway, I'm just going to let this continue to play for a few minutes, and we'll just keep going on. So there's a light there behind the tree. Jessica Lambert says yes. I guess I should pause and say, yeah, there's a light there by the tree, by the way. I guess I should pause and say, thank you, Jess. Jess says the video was cool, though. Sorry, the video was cool, though. Since I was on mute, I guess I will go ahead and read Mushroom's comment again. Mushroom said, the destruction of spiritual beings, such as asuras or demons, is often depicted in Hindu mythology as a necessary step in maintaining cosmic balance and order, although this destruction is not necessarily permanent and can be followed by rebirth or a transformation into a different form. And then Mushroom says, I am become UFO. I think he means I have become UFO. So either way works fine. Anyhow. So there's the light, and it fades out again. Same thing, it's behind the tree here. There's another one. I think this one, you have to really zoom in to see, but from the human eye, you could see several of them kind of popping in and out, kind of higher up above the tree. But it looks like the cell phone footage, oh, there's one. Looks like in the previous one, the cell phone footage was too faint. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and skip ahead because I think it's just the same series of lights from the same angle. There's another one. Just barely caught that one. Okay, yeah, that one. It shows it flying behind a tree. Let's skip ahead a little bit. There's another one. You can hear a plane coming. I'm hoping to try to catch the plane so you can see it as a point of reference. That's not the plane, that's the star, I think. Hang on just a minute here. There we go, there's the plane. Yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, that light is very different from the lights that we've been watching for the last 15 minutes. Or 19 minutes. So, alright, anyway, there you go. Just as another point of reference, you can see a plane in almost the exact same spot where those things are appearing and disappearing. It's very faint, but you can see it blinking there. And since it's in the exact same place, I'm just showing it to kind of point out that, yeah, these are not airplanes. So, okay, all right. Okay, so that is the video, everybody. If you have any thoughts as to what those things might actually be, I am all ears. Like I said, I don't think they're aliens. They're a little too regular for anything like that. I suspect they're drones, but I really don't know. So if anybody has any idea as to what they think those things might actually be, that would be awesome. And that is going to conclude part 1 of this thing. Honestly, since we had so many technical difficulties at the first half of it, I don't even know if I'm going to air this episode. I'll have to see it after the live stream, kind of cut it up and see if I can make something out of it. But we'll see. Anyway, even if I don't, we will upload this cell phone footage for people's interest. And if they have any opinions, that would be great. And if they don't like the fact that it's all cut up, I'll just load up all the individual footage raw. And people, including all the times I missed them. I was like running to try to catch them and missed them. Anyway, so yeah. So now it's out on the internet and people can give their opinions. And that will wrap up episode 1. We're not ending the live stream. We're moving on to part 2. So if you are watching the live stream, stay with us. And if you are watching this after the fact, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.